Welcome to another Flexi Friday. This particular bunch of stretches is for when you've had a tired day. So these are stretches that you can do before you go to bed in the evening. It's going to be about 10-15 minutes long, so feel free, like I've put my favourite top on, which is my comfy top. So feel free to go and put your comfy PJs on, take your socks off or put your fluffy socks on, and come and join me for a 10-minute stretch. And we're going to start off tonight in a seated position. So especially if you've been in the office or if you've been on your feet a lot, your legs must be really tired. So well done making it to the end of a day, lovely ones. So we're going to sit in a nice cross-legged position. You might find that your knees, pew, they want to kind of try and slap you in the face. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try and actively put the knees down, open out the hip flexors here. It's a little bit of an active stretch, but it'll open up nicely. You'll feel perhaps a little bit of tightness in the side. Once you've done that, we're just going to start by taking some deep breaths. So breathing in for the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Relax the shoulders down. Take the shoulders away from your ears, lovely ones. We carry all of our stress in our shoulders, and we end up by the end of the day walking around just keeping our ears warm. So just bring the shoulders away from the ears. The ears are good. They don't need that. And we'll take 3 more deep breaths. We'll seek to lengthen the spine now. Bring the shoulders down. Start to sit up nice and tall. Open out the lungs. Open out the chest. One more time. Let it all go. In the out breath. Out breaths feel so good. So we're just going to concentrate on that tonight. Every time we breathe in on the out breath, we're going to release just a little bit of stress after the day. So in this seated position, we're going to place our right hand on our left knee. We'll place the left hand to the side for support. We'll sit up nice and tall, finding length in the spine. We'll take a deep breath in first. So in. We'll breathe out and we'll look over our left shoulder. Perhaps exploring the wall. Don't put your mind in work right now. Don't put your mind in the day. This is the time to separate what's happened in the day from this moment now. A couple more deep breaths. I'm just looking at my plant in the corner, my peace lily. It looks very green. That's it, well done. Slowly return back to centre, and we'll place the left hand on right knee, right hand to the side. Again, we're going to seek to pull the chest out actively, send the shoulders back and away from the ears. And we'll take a deep breath in, breathe out. And I just had a nice little click in my back. I quite like this stretch because if you do feel a bit clicky, this is the one that releases it. So take some more deep breaths for me. Making sure you breathe from your belly. Last one. Well done. We'll then come back to centre, and by this time you would have found that your legs would have been used to sitting in the cross-legged position. So I'm just going to place my hands onto the lower part of my legs in front, seek to lengthen the spine, and I'm going to place the chin to the chest. And placing the chin to the chest, oh, you get a nice stretch just in the back of the neck. just down the sides, just before it reaches the shoulders. So we'll seek to place the chest out, shoulders back, neck to the chest, and breathe into the back of that neck. Oh, this feels good. So good. We'll take one more. Good. Slowly return the neck to face forward, and then what we'll do, we're just going to just tilt the neck to the side, opening out the side part here, just giving it some space, breathing into it. You may find during the day, if you had a bit of a stressful day, the neck is the place that absorbs again stress. So breathing away the cares. Looking forward to the time where the duvet covers you. You're laying on your bed. That's it. Slowly, slowly. Nothing fast tonight. Back to centre. And again, I'm just going to take the head over to the right hand side. Opening up nice and naturally on the left side of the neck here. Feels really good. Makes me want to go to bed now. Breathing into it, sending all the oxygen to the tightness. There we go, well done. Slowly bring the neck back to centre. Oh, doesn't that feel good? And from here, we are going to come into our 4-point kneeling position. So you can either do like a little break dance on the floor, or we'll go to the side and we'll place the hands out in front, a little bit of a rocking motion, untie the legs, and we'll be in our 4-point kneeling position. Now that means we place our knees directly under our hips, and we'll place our hands directly under our shoulders. So we've got a nice bit of kind of, it takes the load off, doesn't it? It takes the load off the back and load off the legs, and it feels really good. Deep breaths, lovely one. And we're going to come into our cat-cow movements. So cat-cow being that the cow drops the udders to the floor. So picture these to be udders. It means we just create a little bit of a tilt in the pelvis. We create a little bit of dip in this lower back here. We keep the head up, so don't pop the head down. And it's as though you're just bringing that belly just a little bit lower to the floor, and you'll feel a lovely stretch in your lower back here, which I'd like you to breathe into. So it's almost like you're poking your bum to the ceiling. And into our cat position, we're going to push away from the floor, create a nice hunch in the top of the back, a bit like a scared cat. This is where it's kind of from. So, cat seeing something it doesn't like, and it goes right up onto its feet, creating that hunch in the upper part of the back. And here you'll find your shoulders will stretch, your lats will stretch. So really push away with everything you've got away from the floor, like you're trying to push the floor away from you. And take some deep breaths. So again, we'll dip the belly to the floor, creating that cow position. We'll take a breath in here, breathe out to cat. Breathe in to cow. And breathe out to cat. Good, one more time. And out. Well done, my friends. We'll slowly bring the back into a neutral position. So not into cat, not into cow, just in that neutral position. Just make sure that your pelvis isn't overly tilted, so you've got a little dip in the back there. Just tuck the pelvis under a little so you're in neutral. Next stretch before bed is we're going to come into our pigeon pose. For me, the pigeon pose is the most exciting and best part of the stretch. Stretches out the bum, stretches out the glutes if they are tight. So from here, we'll make sure the hands are securely under the shoulders. We'll curl the toes together under at the back, so curls are toed under, and I'm going to send my sit bones to the ceiling. Ooh, head rush. We'll take the right knee into the chest. Lay that leg across the body, so you've got like almost this right angle going on from the foot to the knee. Send the left leg back and we'll melt down to the floor into our pigeon pose. You will feel a stretch in this area here, which again feels incredible. And we're going to send all our oxygen, all our concentration into releasing that muscle. So deep breaths. Hopefully you're in your PJs by now as well, so you're nice and comfy. Stretching will help you sleep better tonight. It will increase well-being. It will bring you to peace. So before your head hits the pillow, you're going to be so ready. So one more breath. And we'll use the upper body strength, so onto the hands to release the leg back into our neutral position here. We'll curl the toes under at the back again, send the sit bones up to the ceiling. Now bring that left knee into the chest, lay the leg across the body, send the right leg out long with the foot, the toes laying flat to the floor. Come down to the elbows and the left hand glute get some attention, and we'll send all of our oxygen there. Breathe in. The more you breathe in a stretch, the better it's going to be. The key of stretching is to let all the energy go from your body that you have het up during the day. Our body are energy absorbers, and we're going to let it go. Be thankful for the things that have happened today, both good and bad. One more breath. Well done, my friends. Use that upper body strength to come back to a 4-point kneeling position. We'll spin round, breakdance style, onto our bottoms. We will send our left leg out in front. Our right leg will go behind us into what's called a runner's lunge. Now make sure on the left hand foot that your foot isn't going to go lazy. We're just going to bring it in line with the hip, so you've got one lovely straight line. You've also got a bonus stretch in the quad and maybe the hip flexor here too. So we are going to take a deep breath here, and we will come down into a hamstring stretch. Just to here. Feeling the stretch in the back of the legs. Don't panic if it feels stretchy or tight. Don't let go of this stretch. Hold on to it and breathe until you feel your muscles stop fighting you. You can sometimes let a stretch go too early because it just feels like your leg's going to pop. Ultimately, what we're doing here is maintenance to developmental stretches. So maintenance stretches is about 20 seconds long, maybe 30 at a push. So we'll take some deep breaths. If you can't reach your foot, don't panic about it. Come to the point where the stretch, you actually feel it, and then hold it, and then next time just go down a little bit further. Couple more breaths here. That's it, well done. And what we're going to do, we're going to stay in this position and we'll put the left hand to the side for support. We'll take a right hand and place it to the outside of the left foot. So in that action of crossing over the body, you've now transferred the stretch. Not only does your hamstring get a stretch, but also your lats and your shoulders at the same time. So if you've been, oh, that feels good. If you've been doing a lot of mouse work, a lot of computer work, just the action of taking that hand to the outside of that leg, you've got a lovely stretch in the top of the back here. So good. Now we're going to breathe into it. So stretching before you go to bed at night, do it every night. It's one of the most relaxing things you can do. Well done, my friends. That's that for the left hand side. We're going to swap over now to the right hand side. So right leg comes out, left leg will come behind me into a runner's lunge. I sort my gym pants out here. They've got a bit saggy. So we've got this lovely runner's lunge. Got a lovely quad stretch going on here. If your hip flexors tight, it'll let you know. Keep the foot nice and straight. So rather than let it go lazy, we're going to bring the foot in alignment with the hip. Holding on, we'll take a deep breath in and come down into a hamstring stretch. Again, if you can't touch your foot, come to wherever you feel the stretch in your leg. Hold it, breathe into it, and then just try gradually, slowly catchy monkey on these things. Just increase the stretch. And we'll take some deep breaths. We'll take one more. Oh, that was a deep breath. Well done. We'll now take the right hand to the side for support, and the left hand will now come to the outside of that right leg. Again, transferring the stretch. Ultimately, you've got a lat stretch, you've got a shoulder stretch going on here as well. Especially good, just give it some space. Breathe into it. Two more breaths. We're almost done. Almost time for hot milk and a book. That's my bedroom routine, my nighttime routine. Hot milk and a good book. And within like 5-10 minutes, to be fair, I'm actually asleep. That's it, well done. Slowly release. We'll bring the legs back together. We're just going to spin round. And we're going to lay flat on the floor. Oh, after a long day, this is the best place to be. And we're going to take our knees into our chest. Hug them in nice and tightly. A couple of deep breaths. And we're going to rock from side to side. Nice and gentle. Don't worry if you feel like you're going to fall over, don't worry. You'll get used to it. It's just a little rock from side to side. And it's so good for the lower back. It's so good. So if you find you get lower back pain, just coming into this position here, hugging the knees in towards the chest, just takes the load off, releases the pain. Same for sciatica. Oh, this is good. Got a couple more stretches to do, my friends, and then you've got permission to go to bed, like from me. And we will send the legs out long. We'll take our right foot, cross it over to the left bum cheek, grab hold of that knee and bring it in nice and tightly, and you'll feel a stretch in the glute medius part, which is here on the bottom. Ooh, there it is. Deep breaths. Don't fall asleep on me yet. This is our last stretch. So just bring the shoulders back to the floor. If you feel like they're keeping your ears warm again, just actively, mindfully bring them away from the ears. Hopefully you're feeling a lot more relaxed now, not so stressed from the day. One more breath. That's good. Slowly, slowly release the leg to the floor. Again, we're not doing anything fast tonight. We're then going to bring the left leg, cross that foot over to the right bum cheek, hold the knee into the chest. Oh, there it is. Gluteus medius, left hand side. You'll know it when you get there. You'll be like, ah! And we'll take some deep breathers. So Flexi-Friday, did you know, is actually also available as a live class every Friday night, 7:30 on Zoom. Just follow my Instagram at Tojo Fit and you'll have all the Zoom details that you need to log into our Flexi-Friday community that meet every Friday night, 7:30 for 30 minutes. One more breath. Well done. We're going to send both legs to the floor, hands out to the side, and you're going to let your body just absorb to the floor. Let the energy which has been het up from the day, perhaps all the negative energy, just transfer from you to the floor. A few more deep breaths. Let it all go. One more deep breath. Well done. You have permission, my friends, to stay on the floor, continue breathing, stay in that position, even perhaps put a pillow under your head. And that's it for your stretching session on Flexi-Friday. I hope you have an amazing sleep tonight. Wake up in the morning because we have a morning stretch session for you which has just been done by Tom. So watch out for that on our YouTube channel. Alternatively, if you'd like some personal training by me via Zoom, just get in touch. Follow us on Instagram, find us on Facebook, or continue to download our videos on YouTube to keep you relaxed and flexible. This is Flexi-Friday with Tojo Fitness.